I wanted to put together what I'll call a 2023 wrap up video. And this is really about over the past 12 months, how many of your personal health and wealth goals did you complete? How many did you kind of half get through? And then how many did you brush to the side and hopefully you're going to get at in 2024? So, based on the conversations with my friends, my family, my clients, these are some of the top things I found people were looking into. Some were completing, and some, inevitably delayed a little bit. And hopefully they'll take a look at it next year. In no necessarily particular order, but the first thing for sure is your will. Now, if you don't have a will, go get a will. That's step one. If you do have a will, do you know where your will is? Hopefully you do. But if you don't, please go find that. Also, does your executor know where your will is? And does your executor know they are the executor to your will? Don't surprise them. This happens a lot, but do not give them that surprise. Let them know that they are the executor and make sure they're okay with that, because it does come with quite a bit of responsibilities. Now, in the past 12 months, have you gotten married? Have you gotten a divorce? Have you had a new child, new assets, more liabilities? Like, what has changed in your scenario where it might make sense to update your will? And if the answer is nothing, that's fine. But I would suggest, make yourself a coffee, go find your will, read it line by line, and I can almost guarantee it's going to be, kind of an empowering thing. You're going to kind of revisit what you've planned for, and you're going to notice if there's anything that needs to be updated along the way. And this also goes for your powers of attorney. Make sure you have them, make sure they're updated, make sure everything is basically in good order. Now, for your things like investment accounts, RSPs, RIFs, TFSAs, make sure there's beneficiaries on them and make sure they're the appropriate and correct beneficiaries. Don't get lazy with that. That can cause quite a few headaches if you were to pass away and the wrong beneficiary is on some of these accounts. Now, for your life insurance, first of all, if you don't have any, please go get some. But if you do you know where your policy is? Does your beneficiary know they're the beneficiary of your policy in case something happens? Does your spouse know you have that policy? Make sure people around you know you have that policy. Make sure it's in your will. Have things changed financially for you in the past 12 months? Have you had a kid? Do you have more assets? Do you have less assets? Do you have more liabilities? Has the price of your mortgage increased? Most likely. So do you have to revisit how much life insurance you have to make sure your family can maintain the carrying cost of paying that mortgage? Look at all of that. Make sure whatever amount you have, it's the appropriate amount. Maybe it's time to look at converting some of your term policy to a permanent policy. Maybe it's time to look at getting a second policy, and maybe you're looking at a policy for the first time. Whatever it is, I would say, have a game plan for 2024 to kind of get all of these things in order. Now, as far as your health goes, how has your working out been? How's your nutrition been? How is your personal health? Because it's one thing to ensure your health and ensure your life, but you want to have longevity in that as well. So, make sure you're eating right, you're working out, and make sure in 2024 you have a game plan down for making sure you're feeling good, so you don't have to make a claim with the insurance that you have, because that's kind of the last thing you want to encounter. So make sure your health is good, your wealth is good, and I just want to wish everyone a very happy holidays, good end to 2023. I am actually expecting my son to be born in 13 days as of the time of this video. So I'm going to have a fantastic end to the year and great start to the year. And I wish you all the same.